How did your combat training kick in unexpectedly as a civilian? I'd been out of the Marines for 3 years, working as a manager at a downtown Seattle restaurant. Thought I'd left all that military stuff behind me. Then Tuesday night happened. We were closing up around 11 p.m. when 4 guys walked in wearing hoodies, moving in formation. My brain immediately shifted gears. Something about their spacing, their movement patterns set off every alarm I'd learned in Fallujah. "Sorry guys, kitchen's closed," I called out. One of them pulled a gun. "This isn't about food." Time slowed down exactly like it did during firefights. My training took over completely. Assessed threats, identified cover positions, calculated angles of fire, all in about 2 seconds. The gunman made his first mistake. He got too close to me, probably trying to intimidate. I grabbed his wrist, twisted the weapon away using techniques drilled into me thousands of times at Paris Island. Muscle memory doesn't forget. His buddies panicked. One pulled a knife, came at me from the side. I swept his legs, drove my elbow into his temple as he went down. Combat training isn't pretty or fair. It's about ending threats quickly. Third guy tried to flank me around the counter. Bad move. I threw a steak knife across the room, hit him in the shoulder. Learned that skill in Afghanistan when we ran out of ammunition during a compound raid. Fourth guy was already running for the door. Smart choice. I let him go. No point pursuing when the immediate threat was neutralized. Whole thing lasted maybe 15 seconds. My waitstaff was hiding behind tables, completely shocked. They'd never seen that side of me before. Police arrived 7 minutes later, found 3 unconscious attackers zip-tied with electrical cord I'd grabbed from the kitchen. I was standing over them, completely calm, like it was just another Tuesday. Detective asked how I'd handled 4 armed men without getting hurt. Marine Corps training, I explained. Some things you never forget. Turns out these guys had been hitting restaurants across the city for weeks. Usually got away with thousands in cash. Never encountered resistance before. The crazy part was my emotional state. No adrenaline rush, no shaking hands, no panic. Just cold, calculated violence, exactly like my instructors had trained into me. My employees looked at me differently after that. Some seemed scared, others impressed. My assistant manager quit the next week. Said she couldn't work for someone who could turn deadly so quickly. Local news picked up the story. Former Marine single-handedly stops armed robbery. Made me sound like some kind of action hero. I hated the attention. What bothered me most was how natural it felt. 3 years of civilian life, therapy sessions, trying to be normal, and it all disappeared in 15 seconds. I was a weapon again. My girlfriend at the time couldn't handle it either. "You could have been killed," she kept saying. She didn't understand that killing was more likely than being killed. That's what the training was for. Restaurant owner gave me a raise and offered to pay for security training. I declined. Told him I was already trained enough. The 4th guy who ran away got caught 2 blocks from the restaurant. Had a criminal record longer than my service jacket. Prosecutor said my testimony would be crucial for conviction. Court case was straightforward. Video cameras caught everything. Jury deliberated for 20 minutes. All 3 got 5 to 10 years. Judge thanked me for my service and my courage. But courage had nothing to do with it. Training did. Thousands of hours of drilling, conditioning, preparation for exactly this kind of situation. When violence comes, you don't think, you react. 6 months later, I quit the restaurant job. Couldn't shake the feeling that I was pretending to be someone I wasn't. Normal civilian life felt like wearing a costume. Went back to school, became a police officer. Better to use those skills in a job that expects them than pretend they don't exist. My training didn't kick in unexpectedly. It kicked in exactly when it was supposed to. That's what good training does.